We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guests. With two Scottish boys and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes. Sitting and chatting.
Hello and welcome back to the Sitting and Chatting podcast. I'm Liam Whyte.
I'm Allan.
I'm Mitchell Allison.
Hey.
Mitchell, thanks for being here. I realised as well, we totally started without fucking telling you how we were going to start this.
Mate, I know. Fuck
He's
it, mate.
an
Let's
avid
wing
listener.
it, mate. Yeah, exactly, mate. Listening many times, mate. Many times.
Well, we appreciate it and thank you for coming on so late. We won't name names here, but it's due to one certain bastard in this call.
Come to the specs.
No chance. Look,
Mm,
there wasn't an agreed at one time for 1 week, right?
Fuck you.
No, right, no. Right, I'm the raging as it is. We're just going to move on. Before
He
I
speaks
kick
his
his
intro.
fucking stupid face in. But nah, before I go in and ask the usual question, I have to obviously ask, chatting a wee bit before we started. Now, you were touted as to be one of the more elusive members to get as a guest on this podcast.
Oh, I know.
Did you actually have a fear of coming on or not?
Isn't it so much a fear? I just thought there was no point in me coming on because I don't have much to say. I'm a boring cunt. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, thanks for keeping the viewers interested, Mitchell. I'm about 2 minutes in.
Exactly, mate. Don't worry, mate. I'm here all night.
Nah, listen, every cunt says that and then they ramble on for about an hour and a half and we think, that was a good podcast. So that's how this is going to go as well.
Hopefully, mate.
But nah, same place as we start with everyone, Mitchell. What's your earliest memory?
Earliest memory?
Aye.
I cast my mind back, fuck's sake. It's not.
Really, dude?
It's not very far, fuck's sake. Probably when I was about fucking. It's a pure stupid shite memory. But it's like I was 7 or something.
So, wait, hold on. You don't have a memory before you're 7-year-old.
7 or 10, round about that time.
It's like a 3-year gap.
Also,
In
that's about
between
half
that.
his life is just missing.
And a bit there. I used to have problems with my ears. Like my ears would produce too much earwax and they'd clogged up and shit. So I had to get operations and shit all the time for them. And it's weirdly just me sitting like in my room watching some mad fucking dinosaur show. Oh, sorry about that. So I'm watching fucking some mad dinosaur show or something, man. Like recovering from one of these surgeries. It's such a shite memory. I know.
That's fucking brilliant. I thought it was me too. I was in the house watching a video. That was it.
I mean, I remember.
There didn't need to be the earwax thing. You could have just said, earliest memory
No,
is just sat in my gaff.
I like the context behind it,
Exactly, mate. I thought it was appreciated. I mean, I could tell you about the wee test they ran on me after the surgeries and shit, but
He's a fuck,
We tests.
aye, they made me put like headphones on and they'd do like a wee bleep test. They'd have like a pure quiet bleep on one ear and they'd be like, all right, press the wee button if you can hear it and all that. Just shit like that. Mate,
You still have
all right.
problems.
Oh, really, no. I mean, they've all been sorted now. They put something called grommets in my ears to stop the flow, like getting pure bad.
What about Wallace?
And it's fucked him off, apparently. I don't know.
They fucked them off.
Right, I mean, to any new viewer, you can probably hazard a guess that 99% of our guests are from Scotland. But do you want to say which part?
For the great city of Glasgow, mate. Home of the Rangers.
Yes.
I'm just leaving. I'm like this close. I'm like this.
Started an hour and a half late and all he's done is mention them.
Yes, aye.
He's not lying, Will. Let's be honest, it's factual.
I mean, it is home of them. I can't argue against that.
It's factual, exactly. So what are you complaining about?
100%.
Yeah. What is life then in the big Glasgow growing up like then?
Fuck, nothing
Is
special.
it as shite as all the films, TV, and other media make out to be?
Nah, it wasn't that bad for me, nah. It wasn't that bad. Couple of run-ins with junkies, but that's about it.
Just a couple.
Just a couple, aye. Funny
To be fair,
story,
you stay in the posh end of Glasgow. Let's be
The
honest.
posh end?
It's a posh end.
Fucking
well, sorry.
It's not
Brighton?
that West End.
No, it's a scummy. It's a scummy posh.
Scum
What do you mean? Oh, it's the scum that think they're posh, probably, is what you mean.
Right, so the scummy posh.
Aye.
You
Fucking
stay.
Brighton isn't fucking posh at all.
No,
I dogs yourself.
Oh, sorry.
what a place, Brighton Crossel.
Big up.
Have you
But
been there
Allan,
all your life then?
Pretty much, aye. Pretty much. Moved around a wee bit, but that's about it. Been in the same sort of area.
So I was
Okay.
growing up then, like, what's family life like?
Oh, don't get me started, man. Family life.
Because I've been told by Jamie this is the route that we need to go down apparently.
Is it?
No,
Apparently
it's just
so.
your family's a bit fucking wild, let's be honest.
How?
I mean,
Just because they're interracial doesn't mean they're wild. That's what you're getting at.
No, it's no, fucking brilliant.
nah, go on
it's
then. What
not.
did you mean?
No, it's the way you've got two gaffs. Get speaking about it. You know what I mean? It's not every day you come across somebody with.
I've not.
What do you mean
Well, I
two
mean,
gaffs?
I don't have two gaffs. My dad stays in one and my mum stays in one.
Exactly.
It's pretty normal.
No, I don't.
What divorced parents you mean, Jamie? That's the wild side for you.
Aye,
they're,
but
not
then-
even, they're not even divorced. They weren't married in the first place.
See, wild.
Technically, I'm a bastard, but
Nah, come on, there must be more than we can get out of you from this then. You're getting to the juicy stuff. This is the Jeremy Kyle beginning right here.
oh no, mate. Honestly,
Technically, I'm a bastard.
you get the wee subtitles under Jeremy Kyle, like at the bottom corner, man. Technically, I'm a bastard. That'll be what it is.
That'll be a title of the podcast. Technically, I'm a bastard.
There we
You're the
go, mate.
oldest, though, Mitchell, aren't you?
I am the oldest by about fucking 9 years, 10 years, 9 years.
Jesus.
See what I mean, Liam? Wild.
It's
I
not
mean-
wild.
So
That's
wait,
that.
so
Mm.
are all like your brother? Is it brothers or sisters you have? Is that mix?
But two sisters and one brother.
Are they all on one side of the family, or is it like mixed in between?
They're all for my stepdad's side.
Right.
Aye. I've no other siblings that I know at least anyway. My mom, I know anyway. So we'll see, maybe some point in the line I'll find out I have a fucking brother that lives in Cancun or something.
Fuck's sake. You know what, Liam? Just move on for family, man. Because that's good fucking.
Yeah, I can see that you're getting close to regretting something that you're going to say. So we'll
Getting a wild picture for his mom.
Oh, who's she writing about my fucking mom?
Yeah, I might have a brother or sister somewhere down the line. That would imply your
knows?
mom or your
No,
dad's
who-
been at it.
Aye, exactly. Maybe my dad's been a bit. Who knows? That's it, man.
So
That's a much
so do you mind me asking it? Who do you live with at the moment?
My mom and my stepdad. That's where I stay most of the time.
And and just to hazard a guess, but I'm going to guess it's maybe your stepdad that comes into the interracial part of this.
Aye, it is. Aye, for now.
Okay, yeah, but you never know. Maybe your dad or your mom. You never know.
Aye, my mom's black. That's the thing. That's the funny thing. My mom and my stepdad are black. I just turned out white somehow.
Oh my god. Oh no. Fucking hell.
This is too late to start recording. Nah, but like, nah, like, I mean, I don't want to get too deep on that, but like, did you ever like get comments on that, like going like through school and that about any of that? Like, would you ever get abuse for it, basically going through school?
I never got abuse. Like I was never pure bullied or abused or anything about it. I was fucking. It's these cunts like fucking Jamie that just ripped the piss out of.
What the fuck? No, I don't.
And a joke, as a joke, obviously.
Fuck's sake, no, I don't.
That's a
No,
perfect.
but it's
He's getting
never-
thrown under the bus.
Exactly, mate. He deserves it. Fuck's sake, how late he was.
Oh, that wasn't me. We didn't disclose the name.
Yeah,
Mm.
sorry, specky bastard.
Specky
That's
cunt, aye.
Fuck the babies.
Uh,
But nah, like, so you never had to deal with any like shit like that at school or anything.
I mean, I have no. I don't know about my brothers and that. Maybe they've had something I don't know about, but as far as I'm aware, nah.
I mean, I suppose that's a good thing. Let's be honest.
Aye, I mean, shoes has changed, mate. Shoes has changed.
Should
Is
we
it-
say?
They're accepting now this.
I mean, is it?
But depends who you
Liam.
talk to.
What's what you're saying there, you?
Nah, listen, I'm just saying, like, is it actually like a big change? Obviously, like, I don't know because I haven't experienced it. I'm no part of that. I'm just wondering if we perceive it to be an improvement, but actually every day it's still folk like that have to deal with pish.
I mean, I'm sure my stepdad, my brothers, or my sisters will probably have to deal with some pish at some point, but it's not been like pure bad.
That's good then. Maybe alright. Maybe change as a brew.
That's,
But yeah, what was school life like for you then, growing up?
School life was just fucking normal, man. I wasn't too much a fucking wild kid. I never.
Your phrases
pretty-
are fucking brilliant.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. But no, I never fucking. Nothing was too special, man. It was just kind of average. I wasn't great at school. Wasn't the worst at it. It was just kind of in the middle. I got through.
Sailed through fine.
Ah, exactly.
That's the main thing. What primary school did you go to?
Went to Dalmarnock Primary School. Mate. If any cunt knows where that is.
My geography in Glasgow is about the same as Kenya, so I mean, you could have said this anywhere, to be honest.
Did you go for there to the Mungo?
I didn't go to the Mungo at all. No, I went straight to Stonewall after primary.
Still on, and Dylan moved for the Mungo to Solo, wasn't it?
I mean, Dylan knew each other for primary, and then we split up when we went to high school. And then
I feel bad for you.
shit. I know. I thought I got away from him, but came
back.
crawling back. Exactly.
I know I can say this as well with Pride because I know you'll be listening to this as well. You'll be raging.
But no, he ended up moving for them and go in his first year, and then we met up again, obviously in second. Well, halfway through first year, I guess.
Who did you kick about with school? Who was the main cunts?
Oh, Dylan obviously was the cunt I kicked about with most of the time.
The third co-host.
Exactly. And then it was a wee mix. It changed a bit a lot. Like it was mostly Bradley, Dylan, and Andrew for like the later parts of it. Because we didn't get to speaking to Bradley till about Bradley and Andrew, sorry, till about third, fourth year maybe. And
What made you speak to Bradley?
every podcast you get the chance to get to black this current blast, man.
No, but honestly, what made you actually talk to the cunt?
what made me talk to Bradley? Honestly, I don't fucking remember. It was probably Dylan that got me to talk to Bradley, because Dylan's how I know fucking half of the cunts.
And do you regret it?
I don't regret it.
Do you regret the last 8 years of your life, basically? Do you?
I like Bradley. Bradley's a sound cunt.
I know Jay was disappointed that you went there.
Bradley's a sound cunt. You're the one that didn't like him.
Fuck up.
That's fine. Andrew's he's the weirdest cunt though. Like, it's mental.
He's just so elusive. He's more elusive than me. He's the most mysterious cunt I know. I don't know anything
Constantly
about
after
that cunt.
radar, man.
I don't know anything about that prick. I know he likes fucking American sports and golf. That's about it.
And the famous.
Nah. Aye, so like for those that, well, obviously I can Andrew and that, like one of Mitchell's mates who I've met probably about a few times at football now, and like you said, just I never even heard of the boy until he came down one time randomly to go and play football. He just came out of fucking thin air one time.
I know.
Pretty much how it is. He just pops up every so often.
Can we tell a story about how they had to follow him home at one point to find out where he lived?
Aye, why no? Fuck it.
Fuck it. I mean, I was going to
I mean,
cut it if you said no, but I think you should explain.
I mean, I barely know anything about it. Like, it was... Who was it? It was Bradley and Dylan after football one day, just followed him, fucking diving him.
Aye.
They ended up finding out what they
Fucking
said.
MI6 shit.
Aye, I know, fuck's sake. You're tailgating them, man.
No, but I'm not being funny, right? But how can you go to school with someone for 6 years and be mates with them on the PlayStation and all that and chat, like, you know, occasionally, and not even fucking know where they live or what they do, like?
Mate, he's just, that's what I mean, he's just off the radar constantly. Like,
Aye,
you never,
exactly.
you
He'll
never know where
disappear
it is. Aye, it's mad.
He disappears
Ghosting
for like
for life.
months at a time, man.
We used to play CODs, right? Like on a competitive level back in the day. Me, Bradley, Andrew, and Dylan. And I swear to God, it was never off a PlayStation, right? And then, like, towards the end of the year when, like, esports had finished or, like, the COD tournaments had finished, it would disappear for nine months and then just reappear out of nowhere. And you're like, what's happened?
Well,
And
you
it was
could
like he'd
just
never went.
message him and he'd just be like,
No, it would just come on. It would message us and be like, are you on?
See, that's
And
the
then-
thing. You could message him in this like 9-month period, and he wouldn't answer you. You'd phone him and message him and all that, and he wouldn't answer
Aye.
you. Then one day he'd just pop up himself, be like, and they go,
He just goes into a coma, man. Wait, fuck knows, man. It's actually stupid, but honestly, like, he's just away.
maybe he's a secret agent. Maybe he's away, like, you know,
Aye,
for
we've
hours and shit.
we've got theories. He's got like drug fucking cartels running in
Aye.
Colombia and all that.
Aye.
What,
Got
he's
theories.
running
Aye,
for
aye.
his PlayStation in Glasgow.
Mate,
No, that's
cunt-
where he
cunt-
disappeared for 9 months. So you got
Mate,
to
cunt
fucking
stays in like a
Colombia.
500k house, man. There's no way he doesn't fun gear. You know what I mean?
The cunts in it, Pablo Escobar.
I mean, if anything, then there's a shite pal, no gain use mates rates then.
Exactly.
Oh, I mean, aye.
We've been there. Been there.
You know, you know the boy for fucking how many years and he doesn't even get you a cut? It's
Wait till yeah, mate, honestly, the best story I've got to Andrew is going to Ibrox, right? We were going to a European night and I says, Andrew, you want to go? And he was like, aye, we'll go. Right, so no bother. This is a message me, right? I messaged him 3 times, be like, what time you going? What time are we meeting you there? What's going on? Blah blah blah, right? Standing at the gate at 7:40, right? Game
Right.
kicks off 5 minutes, right? Cut just appears. Mate, we didn't even speak once. He was like, Allan, right? And he goes, how much am I due you? Whips out cash, man. There you go. I was like, you could have just transferred. I don't deal with any banks. Like, fucking hell, man. You
deal with
just-
the bank.
I don't deal with them, bye.
And then we went in and I swear to God, man, he's the best cunt to go to Ibrox. So he's the most bigoted bastard that's amazing. He doesn't care who's about, man. He just screams at the ref. Fucking, what a guy to go to Ibrox with. But he didn't speak to me once until, like, he was like, I will go. He was like, right, how much is it? Blah, blah, blah. Sound right. And then he was like, I'll meet you there. Cool. But then I would then message him and be like, right, what stand are we in? You know, where are we meeting?
Aye.
But then
Are we
he got
getting a
there.
pint before the game? The usual.
He got there. He got there.
Aye.
And he was like, I was like, what the fuck, man? He's like the most fucking.
What does he say when you call him out on it?
He's like, no, he somehow manages to change the subject if you even think.
You just,
Fucking-
you just be like, oh, fuck knows. He would just laugh it off and just not talk about it again.
That's literally it.
He was in the jail, that's why he can't answer.
Maybe, man.
Honestly,
Right,
like, it's fucking
eh,
brilliant.
Anyway, away from that, we Terrier bastard, because it's not his podcast.
Not it's just Terrier bastards. Like Mitchell.
Yes.
On to another one.
Okay.
One to
Very
another.
well.
I mean, he's clearly representing the nation that he loves dearest to his heart,
Oh.
you know.
My homeboy, shout out.
I will say that is a nice kit, though. Like, fair
Yeah.
play to the Koreans, they've done it well.
Isn't he, man? Fucking lovely. I don't know what the Tigers are about, but
Where the fuck did you get it?
how? I got it at Sports Direct.
Did you?
Aye.
Just because you like to look at it, or
I just seen it as like, that looks fucking class. I'll go buy that.
how much was it?
60 odd.
It's a fucking bug.
60 quid? For the career shirt. It's fucking nice, but it's no 60 quid's worth.
The fucking bum.
it.
He said Liverpool or Aberdeen, you know, I would have understood it, but you know, career.
Aberdeen.
You'd honestly kick about an Aberdeen top, Liam.
Hmm?
I'm saying, Liam, would you actually kick about in an Aberdeen top?
Yeah, I do regularly, you know, I do.
Them
Aberdeen
bastards.
shape.
Yeah. Clearly.
No pride either, you cunt. Fucking, that's horrid. No, that's some kit though. It's a bit of a mind fuck, but with your eyes.
It's weird, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh, well, fuck it.
But
That's
aye,
nice.
so
Interesting.
going back to the school and all that, did you have any idea of what you wanted to do when it came to the end? Do you have any idea what you wanted to do, or?
Fucking Scooby, mate, honestly. Not a fucking clue. I mean, the plan is now to be some sort of fucking graphic designer or do some sort of web design pish, but we'll see what life takes me, mate. We'll see.
I'm not gonna lie, right? Because you know, I do everything for this podcast, so I was making the thumbnail beforehand, and I was trying to find like a photos, and you're also a lucid cunt for that as well.
Right.
But I did see you had a few wee drawings up on Instagram. So do you draw quite a lot at the moment?
I do, mate. I draw when I'm bored, mate, but I draw when I'm bored. But it's just a wee hobby thing. I'm not trying to do it and pure special. But I don't know why I put them up. I put them up fucking years ago. Because some cunt told me I should. I was like, okay, I'll put them up then.
No, to be fair, I rate it. I've been drawings like, I mean, I'm pish at pretty much everything. The drawing, I'm really pish at, so I'm always kind of in awe whenever I can see someone that can actually do it properly.
Fair enough.
But like, is that like the aim then? Just like for the future, just hopefully do something in that kind of field.
No, that's the plan. Man. That's the goal.
But like, would it just be like cartoon shit, or would it be like animation, or?
I mean, I don't think I'd do anything with drawing because I'm no the best at it. Like I can draw sometimes, but it's not like I'm a pure consistently good drawer. It's every so often I'll whack out a good one. It's more like the fucking
Like
web
wanking there,
design.
innit?
Wanking. Hey, well, I'm consistently good at wanking it.
What do you think that bandage is from?
Oh, it's fucking cockburn, that's what that is.
Pedal in the middle all the time. Oh, fuck's sake. That is fucking brilliant. So, see your fucking graphic designs and that, is it just going to be like stuff for like folks' social media and that?
I mean, it's like the whole. I mean, the course right now I'm doing is like it's just logos and like, you'll get like letterheads and shit like that. It would just be like the wee shape, and then sometimes they'll make you do like a wee design the page for the website, but not actually make it like design the layout and shit and where shit's gonna be. It's just like how everything looks pretty much.
Well, when we eventually update the Sit and Chat logo, we'll come to you first, all right?
Okay, appreciate it, mate.
And Jamie will pay you full commission for it because he's such a nice guy.
50 quid an hour,
Aye, yeah. I mean, Jamie makes good money off EE, I wouldn't be surprised.
I was thinking minimum wage of 50p now.
I mean,
depending on how long it takes him to draw it, that might turn out to be a good deal.
I think mirror along the lines of you can get yourself to fuck.
Honestly, Jamie, it's shocking, isn't it? We offer this man a job opportunity, he just spits back at you, doesn't he?
50p an hour. I'll just drag it out for fucking 2 years, then that's fine.
The poor Waynes that made that top in Korea have got paid more than you would have.
You got paid fuck all, mate. Fucking grains of rice thrown it. Like, that's about it.
Were they cooked or no, though, is the question.
No cooked, obviously. They have to do that themselves after they collect enough.
Fuck's sake. Unbelievable. That big fucking meaty a bottle, by the way.
I know.
You've got a different bottle every time I see you, I can.
It's the same one I've always had, your fucking brand.
No, it's not.
Why is that what you're having a go at him for?
Aye, I know. It's the one I bring to fucking football.
Cunts collecting bottles, man. They were up having a go on. Fucking weirdo.
Fuck off.
Right. Moving on though to football quite quickly, because obviously you've had the pleasure now of joining us a few times for the great matches up at Dunblane and Stirling.
I don't blame.
How does it? How you know, as the two shittest people there, you and me, how does it feel to watch the good people play? Is it?
Oh, it's great. It's great watching you run about like a fucking headless chicken, just never tiring out.
Honestly, I don't know how that prick does it. It's just must be all that stored up energy from sitting on his arse all day. Because come that game, he will run and he will not stop.
Just charging up all fucking week for football and then non-stop, honestly.
Because he's got a sock in his
stop.
arse, like plugs himself into it now.
Fucking Tesla, man. Plug him in and watch him go.
Nah, like for those that remember you on the podcast, that cunt has been nicknamed the Duracell battery for a reason. He does no stop.
He's the fucking Duracell bunny, man.
Honestly, but like in all honesty, right? Like seeing that when I go now, like it's just always that thing of just like, oh, fuck's sake, I'm so pissed compared to everyone here now at this point. It's just like I almost can't be arsed doing it anymore.
It's alright, mate. You can look at it me and be like, you know what, we're on about the same level. At least there's somebody here that's about the same level as me.
I feel good about that. So was that the same then? Was that the same at school then? Did you used to like play football at school and all that?
No. I wasn't much into football till like fucking second or third year, to be honest with you.
Was it just with like mates and that you got into? Or?
Aye, it was fucking. I don't even know how I got into it. It was like FIFA probably. I literally got into it because of FIFA, and then I was like, fuck it, I should probably start watching this because it's good fun. And I started playing it as well, and it's like, wow, I'm absolutely pissed, but this is good fun.
Hold on, they do play through balls over the top every 2 seconds. This isn't real life, but
yeah, honestly.
This running is so much easier in FIFA. You hold R2.
Honestly, you just run continuously.
Just hold R2, man. It's fucking easy.
What do you mean players are tired after 70 minutes of football? That's fucking disgraceful.
Maybe that's how Ewan does it. You just think it is FIFA.
I tell you what it is, right, as well, yeah, because like, no offence to you, because Ewan's good at football, right, but I think he knows as well that George is a level above him. So I think he knows.
George is a fucking animal.
I know, honestly, that cunt is fucking unreal at everything. He needs to fuck off, basically. So, but like like you and Ken's and that, right? If it was just like the regular folk, then Gio wasn't there. He could cruise around and be fine. He knows that he's there. He has to fucking try hard because he will not get a second's rest because Gio knows that he's good as well. So there's no fucking rest for him. Whereas when like if you and me take a shot at him, you'll kind of like half try and save it, but let it go in.
I know.
Thing is, it's no so much for Ewan to be he's better than everyone that's there. It's just he runs better. He runs longer. It's actual football and ability, on a 1v1 against a half decent defender who'll struggle unless he runs like fuck. That's it. That's where the benefit comes to George. Like George knows how to take on a player.
He's all right at dribbling his close control though.
George is actually not that fast. Like
Graham as well. Like Graham didn't shoot every 2 seconds when he had the ball. He'd be pretty decent as well.
He was a pain in the arse that night, man. Every time you seen a smidget of the post and that, he just shot.
It was fucking brilliant as well, though, right? Because I was egging him on so badly. I was just like, I'll just fuck it. If you get within 25 yards, you have license to shoot, basically.
Fucking leather.
I know. And of course, he's learned his trade from Falkirk, so I mean, every fucking shot was about 10 yards wide of the post.
It was bad.
Well, so like obviously then you've made it obvious your feelings towards a certain team that you're supporting, or at least are more affectionate to than others. Mm-hmm. How did you feel? Are you then like a certain Jamie Allan in this chat that are Scottish and support Rangers but hated Scotland at the Euros, or?
No, I support Scotland at the Euros. I mean, support the home nation, obviously.
Just to be clear, I do as well.
Man. Do you?
Huh? No, I get you shit. You actually do. You're more English than Scottish.
I support British teams. End of story.
You love the Republic, don't you?
I'm not British. I'm not British, so it's a false accusation.
What about the Welsh?
We have to bear in mind here, I get absolutely slandered for supporting England in the Euros and in the World Cups. But my
because they're pricks.
Cups. But my gran was English. My mum's technically half English, so you know.
To be fair, you've never said that before.
If it's off your
I mean, I
family,
absolutely
then
have.
I
If
don't
it's-
believe that.
Like,
you've never said that.
maybe not
see
you,
what
you
I mean?
fucking freak.
It's
I know it is. I don't talk to that cunt, but like,
Don't talk.
I
How long
mean-
you known me?
don't know, too long. But what I'm saying is,
Right.
Liam, I've made that crystal clear to you many a time.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, it's a bit more acceptable, but I still.
I mean, it was never not
Right,
acceptable.
right.
Let's be honest.
No, I mean, it's one of those things. I feel respect. It's just like the fucking arrogance. To be fair, it's not all of them. It's just a minority. It just does my tits in. Not even you and Gio.
Mm.
Yous are fine. For the most part, you can be ignorant bastards, but like not all of the time. It's like you see the cunts in that. Like, see today in that, like a perfect example of like some cunt with obviously an English flag in his Twitter bio was like, "Oh, look at all yous will cheer on the Italians, but you'll forget this." And it's just like 4 pictures of 4 separate racist incidents that happened in Italy. And I was just like, I could fucking go and search racist football England and find about 5 million headlines as well.
Right.
Just because they have it as well doesn't mean you don't have it. It's
I
just
mean,
like
the
that.
only thing I
Sure.
would say is I wouldn't support Italy in any manner because it's the Pope's home. So it's home to pedos and Catholics.
It's actually not. Back and
Aye.
say it's its own place.
It's the same
It's in
country.
Italy. It's in the same ground.
That's not. It's
the same country. Exactly.
It's in the same. It's in the same nation, mate.
That's not.
That's
Back
not-
and say.
it's a
It's
different
its
Aye,
own
they
country.
speak Italian, but so.
It's like me
I
saying.
speak
fucking-
English. I'm no English.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, the difference is you're British. I've made this crystal clear to you how many times.
I'm Scottish, right?
You don't speak Scottish, and you've just admitted it. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, but
Aye.
Gaelic.
I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason the Pope's in his own place now.
I suppose what?
In his
Cage him
own
in.
place now. They've got to cage him in. You know, no Pope of Rome. That's a song for a reason. You know, but he was home to the Italians, therefore, fuck cheering them on.
Right. Anyway, getting back to the point at hand. Yous lot aren't that bad, but it's the fucking it's the arrogant pricks that think that England's better than everywhere else. I can't be arsed with.
Aye.
Seeing I've seen Gio celebrate a Scotland goal, and more than a Scottish person before. Like, that's how mad it is. I know he's like his dad's up here now as well. His dad stays in Glasgow and has done for a while. Seeing him cheer a Scotland goal was fucking a bit mental, and he was genuinely fucking upset when they got put out. But he's the same as me, though. Like he's different because obviously he's English.
Yeah, obviously, like that's where it's born. Like that'll mean.
Aye.
Whereas Scotland's his like where he lives, where
Yeah,
his family is,
Aye.
where his missus is, everything like that. So, but seeing him celebrate a goal was just a bit fucking mental, no expecting it, do you know what I mean?
no, fair credit to him. I'm sure if I lived in England, I'd maybe celebrate an England goal as well.
Aye.
Maybe.
No
Your
surrender.
hometown. The Pope's out.
Oh, can I be going that far? Bend up. Anyway. Liam, see what you fucking opened up there. I can't have asked it more.
I know. I did. I shouldn't have started. Do you know what, as well? The worst, because the worst part is the next podcast is just you and me, and we know that's going to be the subject of debate. So one of us is going to be very happy.
Hopefully, sure. No word,
Thanks.
Dally. You tell me you wouldn't celebrate England winning on Sunday. No celebrate to the point where you're going to get slashed and start cheering on, but you'll be happy for them, surely.
I'd be happy for the players.
I'd be like, fair play.
Oh, I don't mean you need to be happy for each individual English person. I mean for the team.
Oh
You'd be
yeah,
part of
no,
the team,
like
honestly.
I'd be happy. I'd be like, oh yeah, no, fair play to them. Like first time in
Fair play.
55 years and all that. Fair
Oh,
play to
what a
them.
number. What a number.
Yeah.
Aye, so you're actually saying that they shouldn't win it now, yeah? Keep it going.
No. They should
So you're
definitely-
saying that they should end 55?
No, they should merit 55 with such a beautiful occasion of bringing home football. And Rangers will go to 56.
Aye.
Liam, you done this yourself. But real talk, like I'll not celebrate England winning it if they do win it because I'm happy for fucking English people. Like, fuck them. I'm happy for the team.
Or even though your grand's English.
Aye, but you know, she's no longer with us, so she's not going to get upset at me for not being. Oh, I'm happy for you. You know, because she doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
How do you know?
Aye, exactly. Could be looking
Well.
down on you, dunno.
Well, she could be like, but my mom's not going to get. My mom will be happy if they win, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm happy for you, Mom. I'm happy for the fact I've got to
Fuck
witness.
you, man. I like Phil
Aye.
Foden. He's my favourite.
No, I'll be happy for me.
I think if there's more Liverpool players in the squad, you know, I maybe would be.
Jordan Henderson's enough.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was happy when he got his goal and that. But it was like looking at it, it's just like there's so many like pricks in that team that I despise. Like fucking like Grealish is amazing to watch, but he's a prick. Harry Kane's a prick. Like,
How's he a prick? How's Grealish a prick?
Just wee spice boy cunt, honestly.
You're attacking somebody's looks, man. See, we're
I'm
past
not
this.
attacking
It's
someone's
2021.
looks.
You're implying he's a spice boy. Look alike. Wait, what we're saying here is
Oh, look alike. He is a fucking spice boy.
what makes him a spice boy?
The way you act and behave, which has been well documented that he is a prick.
Nah, not at all. Boy just enjoys his life.
Yeah.
You're attacking him personally for that, you know what I mean?
Could say Phil
Sorry.
Foden was
You didn't say
enjoying
that
his
about
life
Harry
chatting
Kane,
up
though,
the
did you?
bubbles.
Right. I seen that Mitchell, dirty bastard. Him and Saka, dirty bastards. You know what I mean? If they lose the final, that's their fault. He'd won the game.
Okay,
What
isn't it?
happened?
Him and Bukayo Saka were caught trying to chat up Bud's fucking.
So no Grealish and Saka?
It was Foden and Greenwood, wasn't it?
No.
Oh no, that was a different one.
Oh, is that happened again?
Aye.
No, they weren't actually doing nothing. No, see, they were on the bench and they were looking at their left and the Buds in the stands at Wembley. They were chatting up Buds there.
Aye.
Well, like that Maguire photo where he's like leaning over the edge and that.
Aye, that's funny.
Pretty much.
Aye.
Anyway, away for that shite. But nah, Mitchell, then tell us about your work. Tell us about the glorious work.
What?
Are you a graphic designer? Are you living the dream?
Not a fucking chance. KFC, mate. Straight in the shitter.
I was going to say, is it as bad as people maybe imagine it? But I think you've kind of confirmed it.
No, you know what? It isn't terrible. It's like some nights it's like a bit stressful because it's pure busy and shit's not going right. But most of the time it's alright because you're around like, at least in my place, every cunt's quite sound apart from like one or two people that are fucking absolute arseholes.
God, name names.
If
And
I
then
speak
put the
them in-
pod.
if I speak them in trouble,
podcast on in the KFC.
I'll put it up on the Facebook group. I mean, my feelings are well known to everybody else apart from the people. But I'm pretty sure even they probably have an inkling that I don't like them.
There's actually, like, to use both in that, because obviously, like, I've been relatively lucky with it because I've been in quite a few workplaces, and everywhere I've been lucky enough to at least be around a few like good folk, and that it does make a big difference, doesn't it, when you're around like folk you can spend like a few hours with, doesn't it?
Aye, like I said, most of the cunts are sound as fuck. Like I could easily go out and like talk to them just outside of work and all that. Like loads of them are sound.
The interesting question is though, can you divulge some of the secrets of KFC that the public may not know about?
Hit me with it, mate. Have you got any questions?
I mean, like, firstly, what's in the secret sauce, you know? What's in the gravy? Is it all just bones fucking cut up and shit?
Tell you what, it's shit to the bottom of the fryers.
Is it
Everybody knows
actually?
this. Aye, it's like, you know how the big chicken fryers do at the end of the night, they'll pull like the base out of it and they'll have like this big sheet of paper pretty much that catches it all. They'll like scrape it off into a sieve and they'll let it all kind of dry up and then they'll keep it away and then they'll put that in the gravy.
Keep it what? They put it in like the fridge or something?
Aye, literally they stick it in the chiller for overnight and then like whenever you need to make gravy you'll take like
Nice.
one or two
That's like
scoops.
that's kind of like the Scotch pie of like KFC almost, and just like random bits of fucking meat just chucked in.
I mean, aye, pretty much. It's just all the fucking dried up, like fucking shite bits of chicken, pretty much.
But
That
nah, is
seems
it?
so horrid when like when you say it.
Yeah, I know, but
I
it
mean,
tastes
they wouldn't-
class.
They wouldn't do it if it wasn't edible. Like,
I
surely
mean,
it's
I
right.
wouldn't put it past KFC. I think they would.
That's, you know what, that's true. But here's
What is there like? Is there like any stereotypes then of working in fast food that maybe aren't true, or any you can think of, like anything that maybe folk might be a wee bit surprised to hear about working there compared to maybe folks' perceptions?
I'm
Or
just
is
trying
it
to
just
think
as you imagine?
I'm just trying to think of stereotypes. Like, most nights it's like some nights it's just what you expect. Like every fucking customer's on your arse and it's pure busy, it's pure stressful, and they can't give you fucking room to breathe and all that. But like loads of nights it's just pretty fucking alright. Like it's not that busy and you just get on with it.
Would you
Get paid at
recommend
the
it
end of
then?
the day. You know what? It's a first job. It's probably not too bad, but there's probably better
Is that-
places.
Is that your first job?
Technically second. I had a trial at a restaurant and fucked up pretty much.
How did you fuck up?
Well, I mean, I was at first trialing out for like bartender stuff, so I was like behind the bar, kind of doing drinks and shit. And it was like, right, we've got too many cunts that work behind the bar. We're gonna try and put you in like the lobby, doing like waiting and shit.
It's always the
And they-
shittest part, but working the bar's the best part of the restaurant.
Oh, I know. It was class, mate. I was enjoying it, mate. I was there for like 2 weeks behind the bar, then they're like, right, we'll just throw you out and see how you do. And they didn't tell me and I had my pal there walk me through a wee bit of it, but they didn't really tell me much. And then the next day they didn't phone me back, and that was pretty much it.
But you had a full 2 weeks, but one night on the floor went
Pretty
so
much.
badly they didn't even phone you back.
I don't even think it went that badly. It was apparently one of the fucking owners didn't like me or something like
The
That
joys
doesn't
of most
surprise me.
businesses.
that. What's that supposed to mean?
Well, that fucking hairdo, I can.
I was
Aye,
never
go
like
on.
this before, mate.
That's the thing. You have to show the top, not on camera.
Oh, can you see it?
Yeah, the nice wee
Fuck's sake,
samurai.
There we go.
Oh, fucking
There you go.
hairdo, man. I
Aye.
can't, you know something, I rate you for the amount of time you've left it.
How long have you left it without getting it cut?
Since the start of the first lockdown.
Oh, fuck that. Like, I mean,
There was one point I had it like trimmed in like September, August time, but it was like literally like a wee trim.
like I don't mind if you'd seen me like during the first lockdown, mad like even after the second one, my hair got quite long as well. But like the first one that I had like the full like hair banding and stuff like that, and my hair's just like fucking like massive getting its size. It's just like I fucking hate my life so much. It's shite.
I mean, I've just kind of tried to power through it.
No, respect to you, but will you shave off then, or do you actually enjoy it now?
I don't mind it, mate. I've always kind of wanted long hair to see what it was like.
I suppose
So,
you had the
Odds on you
excuse.
shaving off.
You've got to give him at least 10.
I'll give you like 25.
20.
25. A good man may give me 15.
Are they 20?
17.
Nah, 20 is a good one.
20.
Right, fine. Can I stand them?
On go, right? So
Right.
3, 2, 1.
5.
1. So,
Reverse to shave
Nah.
David's head.
I mean, it wasn't happening anyway.
oh, what do you mean?
You
Now
got
that
away
you've
with
said
it.
that, by the way, you give me loads of 5
I
and you.
know, I mean, you had away with it. You know, you were safe, but you admitted to it now.
It was squeaky bum. Fuck it. Had to be an honest man. Had to be.
Right. Want you to settle something then, you know, as a resident Pro Clubs member with ourselves here and many of our other friends. I want you to settle it here, right here now on the podcast. Who is the worst player that has played in the team with us? Doesn't have to be a regular member, can only be a few games. On who is the best?
Probably should start with the worst. That's probably the easiest one. It changed me. I would have said Keith before, but he's become a class CDM, to be honest. In all
Yeah,
fairness to him.
If you take out the red cards.
No,
Aye.
but folk enticing me get that. Genuinely, but like he used to be horrendous.
Keith used to play in midfield and up front, and he was fucking shite. And then he found his role at CDM, and he's just slotted in so perfectly.
Aye.
I can't say Keith anymore. As much as I hate to say it, it might have to be Graham. It might have to be Graham. The G-bomb is such a legend, but it might have to be.
I'd genuinely
I don't
argue. I'd argue between him and Ewan. I feel as though Ewan
I
I
don't
think
know if
Ewan's
he's
tries.
that.
I think Ewan's
don't-
worse than Graham.
I think Ewan
Mm.
tries harder, but
Maybe
I don't know
that's
if he just
what's.
struggles.
I will give it. I will give Ewan a wee bit of credit though, because I mean the cunt's never owned a FIFA before, so I mean he's
Aye.
starting out. And I mean, like Graham's basically been playing the same amount of time that we have. Maybe not for as many hours,
Or
but he's had on
For a lot of the time though, like Ewan basically played FIFA as if it was real life, and he would wait and wait and wait for a pass, and then he slowly changed and became a bit better, but he still needs to get after the crossing.
Do you know what it is, right? It's because he's watched Sunderland and he wants to play like proper football, not like
Nice.
spamming it over the top.
No, but he's changed though.
Proper
But
football in Sunderland in the same sentence.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because he's watched Sunderland play, he wants to
Oh,
play
he's
proper
trying.
football in
Oh,
FIFA.
right,
aye.
okay.
He doesn't want to just lump it over to Jamie so he volleys it first time.
as long as he gets after the crossing situation, I think he'll be fine. To be honest,
Mm,
definitely.
I don't think Ewan's too bad.
I mean, if Sam was still playing, I'm just saying.
No, you
I
can
love
make an
the
argument.
That's an argument actually.
I love the boy, but I mean, he's fucking
Aye.
horrific. Or
It's
Harry
like-
Beaver is, should I say.
It's a
This
good
is true.
point. Oh,
The boy finds one button a game and he sticks to it.
Aye.
through boys. That was all it was.
It was just
Harry
fucking
Beaver and
triangles
through boys.
constantly, man. I'm lad.
Right. I know we talked about it before we started here, but you have to explain the current situation behind you, by the way.
It's just a room divider, mate. I shared the room with my wee brother, just to give me a wee bit of privacy.
It's like it doesn't even like go all the way across as well. You know, like
Oh,
in
so I
hospital,
could walk. So I could walk through.
you know, like in hospitals and that would have like the blue one that like comes across. like
Oh.
Nah, it's just so you can have a wanking piece. That's it.
Very well.
there's no denying it.
Oh no, fuck that. Hold on, get back to the Pro Cups. Who's the best player?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Oh, the best.
It's alright, mate. So you can say it's me.
In fact, yeah, we never took you into consideration for the worst, by the way.
I'm no worse than
No.
you, Graham.
You're fine.
I will easily take third or fourth worst.
It's fair enough. The best man.
I still think I'm better probably than Keith.
No, I mean
I've actually not seen Duncan play that much, by the way. Like whenever we have,
Nah,
we've
Duncan's
always
not
been
Duncan's nothing special.
No, it's no shite, but it's no special.
Aye, middle of the road. You know what, mate? It would have. Don't even lie.
I mean, I will say, right, Jamie, I would have said you in a heartbeat beforehand, but you have been
I mean-
fucking awful the last two times we've played.
I would have said Jamie as well, but I just can't bring myself to say it.
It's not even for any reason. He just like want to kill the
Just
fight.
don't. Aye, exactly. That's exactly. it.
Aye. Shall we
It's
say
fine.
no? No.
It's fine, Mitchell. Just say it.
You know what? See back in FIFA 18 when we used to, you wouldn't have played with him, but fucking David Mohammed, what a player he was.
When he was up front, man, what a fucking talent he was.
Oh, he was.
I just gave him the ball, man. He'd scored goals. It was just amazing.
Dude and Grazian were honestly pretty fucking class.
Our viewers have no fucking clue. what we're
Aye,
going
No,
on.
no.
Liam has no clue who they can suck,
I
but
know, I'm on the podcast and I again. I'm on.
Let's change it up though. Back to now, Mitchell.
Anyway, yeah, come on.
just
Mitchell.
just say
Yeah,
it. It's fine.
nowadays I'd have to say Jamie, but I don't want to. It pains me.
It's a bad day when you
You
can't
need
say
to
it.
up your game, though. Is what I'm saying. You've been
No,
pissed
I
last
mean-
two times. You have
What do
been
you mean?
fucking pissed.
I mean,
man.
you've been
Right.
in goals and you've.
Oh, right, aye. If I talk
Shocking.
about goals, then I apologise, you know. But the game's fucked. But outfield, I'm not. There's no way you're claiming I've been pissed the last
Oh,
couple of times.
You have
Yeah,
missed so many shots.
No, I get them when I'm on my cam build, and it's just you can't score with that build.
Oh, get off your cam building.
No, because
Yeah,
I'm
well-
fucking being made to play cam due to the fucking G-bomb, fuck's sake.
No, it's not due to G-Bomb's played about 2 times.
You
this
and
season.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know Ewan and Dylan up front. Dylan, I cannot like Dylan might fuck up at times, but at least he scores.
Aye.
No chance. I've still got more goals than fucking Dylan in a one night, I guarantee it.
That'll be next time we play then. At
It
least 20 goals.
Going on after this, I'm going to fucking show every cunt you can.
Some of us have to end our podcast, you know. So.
What's that?
Some of us have to edit a podcast, you know.
I'm not bothered if you're going, you can't.
That's fair.
You're doing it with Harry Beaver.
Oh no, that is fucking offensive to put me down.
That's fucking slander, that.
That is pure and utter slander, and I will not accept it.
I couldn't put him down there.
But nah, so obviously as well with COVID and everything's happened, how have you kept yourself busy then over the last year?
Just been talking to fucking this fat bastard and all the other cunts, man.
God, you disappeared for all sorts of time.
I mean, I was working for a little bit, but just working in college, man. That's all it is.
What are you studying at college at the moment?
Graphic design, man. Graphic design.
What year are you in?
My second year. I've just finished it though.
Yeah, go to uni now, or is that at uni already?
We'll see, mate. I was hoping just to go straight to a job, but we'll see what happens.
Right, was it all like online studying you had to do this year as well?
Second year was all online. It was fucking dreadful.
Did they give you like a wee drawing tablet or something out so you can practice at home?
Did
Or
they
just
fuck,
like-
mate? Oh, did they fuck? You had to buy all the fucking software yourself, man. It was fucking shit.
Well,
Luckily,
they didn't
Dylan,
even give you like a yearly course then for free.
no, did they fuck? Luckily, Dylan was fucking class enough to give me his mad Adobe shit, so I could use all of that for free.
I take it though there's some folk in the class who are just fucking stuck though because they have nothing.
Aye, I mean, you can get like a student discounty thing, but it's still fucking expensive.
Nah, I mean like Adobe's like fucking £100 like a year or something something shite like that.
Stupid, man, honestly.
So like what sort of stuff like do you draw there? Is it like for like companies or businesses, or is it just like a mixture of things at college that you learn?
There's like, can I say this? All like the way everything looks. So it's like all the wee details. So you get like a bit like designing business cards and logos and shit like that. Like the branding behind everything, pretty much. And you do like a bit of animation and shit. It's just a bit of fucking everything. They just show you like all sorts of. It's all kind of advertising almost. That's what it is.
Mine's when me and Jamie were back at school in fourth year we had DT together. I remember. That was a fucking riot of class, by the way, an absolute fucking riot.
What one?
The design and tech one we had.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
It's the only one you fucking done your appeal on for.
Oh, tech with
Tech.
Mrs. Rai. Whatever her name is.
No. Well, yeah, I tech, but it wasn't hard, but yeah. But
Mine did work. I don't remember the design and manufacturer one we done.
that was that was one with like Dylan and Kyle Faithney and all that lot. Hamish Anderson that. But that was the class. I mind we got told to go away and like do what you're doing there. Dylan like make like some like mad like business card and all that. And I just mind like Jamie showed up like half an hour late into class, went in Word document, typed Jamie in Word art, and then printed it off, cut it out, and then handed that in. That was his business card. No second name, no address, nothing, just Jamie.
Just Jamie.
In like a big blue font that's like 3D.
I do remember that.
Fucking hell, man.
Just remember fucking creasing myself because you actually went and stood up in front of the class and actually presented that.
I don't even remember that, by the way. I know my memory's bad, but I don't remember that.
Fuck.
I'm surprised you haven't asked him then for help on your course at any point.
Oh, I mean,
No joke, but that Joe sorted out.
sure he'd be a big help. He's clearly got experience by the sounds of it.
Exactly.
Right, so before we move on then to the games, I suppose, what's your predictions then for the Euros final, boys? We're shooting this on Friday night. Italy v England's coming up. Who's going to win?
It's not even fucking biased against England. I think Italy are going to fucking win. I think Italy are going to take it home.
Jamie?
I think it will be extra time. There'll be a controversial goal for England. And I think the tournament will be tainted by it. It'll be like a VAR decision. So
I think
See
Italy have been the best team the whole tournament. I don't think people can argue that. I think
outside of the groups, I would argue it, but inside the groups, they were definitely the best on-ball team. I think their games, as soon as they started getting a bit of challenge outside the group, they weren't as great.
The Belgian game was class.
Aye, they blew them. They blew Belgium.
Aye, big time, aye. But Belgium never turned up though. Like the team that gave them an actual challenge was Spain, and they struggled.
They did, and for that reason, and I don't want to say it, but I'm going to be honest. I think Italy should win, but I think it does unfortunately appear to be the time for England.
To be fair, England have been pretty good in the knockout stages.
Like, I mean, like they begin the Ukraine game, and like from like 60 minutes on in the Denmark game, they're class, but
they were good in the Germany game as well. Although Germany never put much of a fight.
They were not good. They were both.
Oh, they were. Like, the 40 minutes of the game, they were like really good pressing.
They were fucking playing walking football the full match.
Biased cunt.
I'm not biased. Germany were even pisser.
Not saying
honestly, I hate Thomas Muller with a passion, man. Worst cunt ever.
Always said he's again.
Yeah, well, do you know what? You were right.
Rapid then, Dustin Poirier v McGregor. Who's won it? I know you don't take much interest, Liam, in UFC as much, but
I watch the McGregor fights because I'm a casual fanboy.
I'm about the same as Liam, I guess.
I think it'll be Poirier. To be honest, I mean, we talked about it on the pod a while ago, Jamie. I think McGregor's finished at this point.
What you saying?
Seems like probably in the same boat. It seems like McGregor's just fucked.
I gave him a wee bit of praise for coming back this soon because, I mean, beforehand he was out of the fighting game for ages and now it looks like he's actually trying to get back into it. I think he's maybe realised now, fuck, I've been out too long. I've fucked my chance.
I think he realises he's just so rich that there's no point.
He's no reason to fight. That's probably his.
You know, he's not McGregor of the modern Mayweather of the modern day. He needs to come back because he spends too much money. Whereas McGregor seems like he's just got his head screwed on with money, man.
Why do you think that he comes back just to keep up?
I think he comes up because he genuinely loves the sport, and that's the issue. Like he loves it as.
The thing is, though, it does worry me. Like, because what age is he now? He's about to turn 30 or something, isn't he?
30, I don't know.
Realistically, I think we will see him probably if he loses this. I think we'll maybe see him fight another 3 or 4 times. Retire early 30s and go out a bit of whimper, where realistically, obviously, I know the guy's a bit of a dick, but I want to see him go out with a bang, and I'm not sure if he has that ability anymore.
Well, he got knocked out in the second round last time against Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
After like 2 minutes and fucking 30 seconds, he just got smashed.
And he used to be class. That was about his main thing. It was class early rounds. That was always what he was known for as well.
He just seems so lackluster in that fight. Just like fuck, I've not been here in a while. What did I do? And then that was it. Dustin attacked. Be interesting.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know fuck all. That's why, like, for one, it's hard for me to bet, but also two, I think it's that thing if it makes it so much more difficult. Because I mean, let's face it, both fighters are nowhere near their prime.
No.
And I mean, if McGregor turns up to even say like 80% of his level, I think he would win it pretty easily. But it's just a question of does he have that in him anymore?
Will he turn up?
Interesting. I look forward to watching it.
Final prediction then: Argentina, Brazil, Copa America final. The game which no one will be awake for.
I will be, but you know something. As much as I don't want to see it happen, Brazil will probably win it.
I really want Argentina. Like that'll be the shittest. That'll be the shittest day for me. By the way, if fucking England win and if Brazil win it, I'll be fucking gutted.
Oh, a big Brazil fan, Liam. No,
I know that. I just want to see Messi win a trophy at Argentina, just because they'll shut everyone up that say, "Oh, can he be the best? There's no one at Argentina." It's like fuck off.
That's fair.
The cunt is literally a
Speaking to the
magician.
biggest Ronaldo fan right there as well, Liam.
I'm not a massive Ronaldo fan. I'm just a Ronaldo fan.
No, like, I mean, I fully respect.
Could be worse. You could talk to dude.
I'm not gonna be one of these cunts that's like, "Ooh, Messi better than Ronaldo." Like one of these wee gimps on Twitter with a
Aye.
profile picture, like.
Although you
Ronaldo.
believe it.
Hmm?
Although you believe it.
I think he's a better player.
I'll believe that.
I don't give a fuck if you think or don't think that he is the better player.
You still believe it though?
What? Messi's or Ronaldo's the better player, do you mean?
No, do you still believe that Messi's a better player still?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Player, yeah, not striker.
Well, forward in general though. That's what I was going off.
Forward in general, yeah, Messi.
Fair.
More versatile and can do more. But anyway, besides the point, it's my favourite player of all time. I just want to see him win something with Argentina because I mean, he's won it all with Barca. I'd like to see him end on a high with Argentina.
I like to see Brazil win it as well because obviously Firmino and Allison.
Fabinho as well, yeah.
Fabinho will get to lift a major trophy for their nation. And but at the same time, I really don't want to see them win it because fucking cunts like Neymar will lift it. And it's just a fucking weapon, isn't it?
Could say a lot about Neymar.
Wouldn't want to see him lift it, but
just a wee quick thing, his sister wouldn't be too far behind him.
Such a bang fucking average player as well, man. It's just so good at skill, man. But he's bang
no Ryan
average.
Kent, is he, Jamie?
Nah, he's not
he's
even got a patch. Never.
Never on the fucking same level.
No. You know, and like Bradley said, that Neymar wouldn't even get a game for Celtic. So that's what Bradley said. That was Bradley's official words.
So I can't clip this out this at the start of the podcast.
No, well, you can put this anywhere you want, but all Bradley says is he wouldn't get a game for Celtic, and
to be fair, James Forrest, who could replace that, man?
Even Neymar couldn't have stopped 55. So
that's very true.
Yeah, because he would have fucked off at March back to Brazil and wouldn't be around for the last 2 months.
Well, hopefully Messi and Argentina win it.
Yeah. I mean, it's had a binding tournament as well. I'm hoping this is the year.
Yeah, okay.
Hope for you that he does win it.
I'd be happy for him. Fuck it.
Right.
Okay.
Is there anything else we want to add, or should we go to the game?
No, go to the game.
Right. Jamie, as you're late, you get the privilege of explaining it.
See it?
You know how to play it, Mitchell. Fuck up.
No.
No, explain it. Are you do? We've played it on the PlayStation, you prick.
I don't fucking remember it.
Right, well, basically, Liam will give you a letter of the alphabet, right? And then with that alphabet, he'll then read out different subjects. And with that letter that he gives you, you then need to give an answer relating to that subject based on the start of your...
So it's word association with specific letters, or?
Exactly. So he could give you A for fruit, and then you would just say apple.
Apple.
And then but A is your letter the whole time through for everything. And it could be like places to visit, and obviously you could be Amsterdam, sort of ganja and that, you know. But so effectively you get one letter. You can re-roll it if you don't like the idea of that letter, and then once you've re-rolled it once, you kind of get another letter, so you're stuck with it. You'll then be given 10 subjects or 10 topics, if you will, that you have to associate your letter with that word. And if you're struggling, you can say pass. It'll add 5 seconds onto your time. And obviously the idea is to get fucking 10 right in the quickest time possible. Do you remember playing it?
I do remember. I remember vaguely.
Remember though, if you get 5 wrong, it's a DNF. You won't get a second chance if you do DNF. But if you get a second DNF, then well, that's embarrassing. Now, in terms of who you can, I'll be honest, Bradley's second last on the board, so you might have a good chance of beating him. He done in 153.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
Well, I mean, if you want to go for Dylan as well, Dylan got a 112. So that's, maybe a bit higher to aim for, And then, Jamie as well is a 104. So,
I mean, to be honest, I'll be happy if I beat Bradley. get ahead of that prick. That's
Set,
good
setting
enough.
yourself up for success.
That's good enough for me, mate. Aye.
Okay.
Set
Well,
the bar.
Mitchell, your letter is S. Would you like to stick with S or reroll?
S is a pretty solid one. I'll take it.
Well, there's a lot of things starting with S.
Yeah, that's my
Right.
thing.
3, 2, 1. Things that are cold.
Slime,
Things that are round.
sphere,
Crimes.
stealing,
Things to do at a party.
smoke,
Places in Europe.
Slovakia,
A boy's name.
Steve,
Things that grow.
sunflower,
Creepy crawlies.
spider,
Things you sit on.
seat,
Things to do on a date.
sing,
You fucking flew through them, by the way.
I feel pretty decent about that, I'll be fair.
Not to like pissing your parade or that.
Yep, I know the one you're about to say.
Right, well,
What?
just come and say it.
Places in Europe, I take it.
Well, what was your answer?
I mean Scotland.
Nah. What was your answer?
Slovakia,
Absolutely fine. Does Sophia start with an S?
sphere,
Yeah, sphere.
Does it? I thought
SPH,
that's how you spell Sophia.
Yeah.
No,
Wait,
sphere.
what are you
things that
sphere.
are round,
Aye,
Yeah.
sphere,
Sphere.
fucking didn't
How
know
do
how
you
to spell it.
how do you pronounce it?
Sphere.
Right, okay, I thought you said
it sounded like he was saying Sophia.
I know.
No, you mongo.
That starts
Right.
with S as well.
Firstly, you got 10 out of 10. Which,
Smashed
you know, pretty fucking good to be honest. Now, the ultimate question is, do
Where
you
am I?
think you have beaten Jamie?
Oh, it has 100%.
What was he, 104?
104.
Maybe. I've not
Maybe.
got high hopes, but maybe.
You have beaten him.
I'll
No.
fucking take that.
There was actually one other person who you know that's slightly above you, who's above Jamie on the board as well.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley's girlfriend Rachel sitting on 56
Oof.
seconds. Do you think you bet her?
That's a bit of a slim one. I think I'll probably just be just behind her.
Well,
You
you don't-
dirty bastard. I'm sure Bradley wouldn't be happy.
Whoa,
Eh?
hold the fucking bus. Hold
Eh?
on.
Get that clipped. Get that clipped.
Well,
Hectic.
I mean, we know Dylan's definitely doing that now. Well, no need to be so modest. You have finished.
Whoa.
You are 5th place on the board
Fifth?
with 43.7 seconds and 10
I'll
correct.
I'll fucking
You
take
are-
that.
Now, I know it's going to sound like a lot here. You're only 15 seconds behind the like top place, right? But you're only 2 seconds behind 4th place. So I mean, like you've like fucking smashed it. To be fair.
Yeah, I'll fucking take that. Top 5, I'll happily take that.
Oh, congrats, man! I'm impressed by that. Considering you just wanting to beat 157 beforehand.
You know what it
fucking
is, man? You
smashed
could have easily came third if you had just
Yeah, I
no
know
said
it.
slime.
No. Here's the
Slime fucked me. I was like,
that took right. No joke. That took 10.5 seconds, right? If you had gotten through that faster, top 3, yeah, you're right, easy.
the slime fucked me. I couldn't think of anything, man, for that. It
Nah,
was the
to be
first
fair
one.
though, like
When you
back
said
then-
anything cold, I thought you were going to go Scotland.
Yeah, I don't like to be fair
Oh,
as
I
well.
mean-
Like, considering you had 2 dodgy answers, like slime and like Slovakia, to get 43 seconds is pretty fucking impressive. By the way,
Slovakia's not dodgy.
no, it's not dodgy. I'm just surprised you wouldn't
Just
think
know the first
automatically
one.
Scotland, considering
Aye.
you live there.
I mean, aye. Oh, well, fuck that.
No,
Okay.
Mitchell, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming on.
As always, mate. As always.
Some specky
As
bats
always.
that made us late, so I appreciate you taking the time out of your day.
No worries.
But until next week, where you'll either have a very happy Liam or a very happy Jamie, it'll be a difficult podcast for one of us. But that
Sure, every cunt will be looking forward to it.
yeah, sure. Anyway, until then, I've been Liam Whyte.
I've been Jamie Allan.
Did you say my name?
Mitchell.
Yes.
That's perfect.
I've been Mitchell Allison.
The fact you banged out at the start when we didn't rehearse it, but you fumbled it at the end.
It's the fact you just went,
I know.
did you say my name?
I wasn't sure. I thought
Do you
it
know what,
was
we'll
just
let you off.
anything.
We'll let you off. You haven't done it before, okay? We'll see you
That's
next
fine,
week.
that's fine.
Goodbye.
Catch.
We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guests. We're two Scottish boys and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes. Sitting and chatting.